I don't know if I can.
Yo, guys, welcome back to Undefeated at Locals. It's the boys, Marvin and Edgar. Y'all already know what we got for you today. As of yesterday, when you will probably be seeing this, there was an article that went up. We're gonna pull that article up for you guys before we get into the next slot. And then half of the community saw 18 cards from the newest set coming out, Attack on Titan. Into the article first here, guys.
Yeah, so the article's real simple. It goes over a few of the new mechanics and the new design choices, right?
Absolutely. They've pseudo brought off symboling back into the game again through a mechanic that they're calling attunement. There's going to be new symbols, new attunement symbols that basically just allow your character to run more cards, right? It just really opens up deck building more rather than limits it, which is what we were all kind of expecting. All of the doomers out there were really thinking that the game was going to be less than, but so far it's just more than. Absolutely insane stuff. These cards, so far that we've seen, again, we're going to rip into the 18 cards here in a minute. So far, we've seen exactly one attunement symbol on each of these cards. And what this allows you to do is say that you have a character, you're playing this character on air, but they also have the earth symbol. If you find yourself an earth attunement card, you can jam that right into your deck, and it's completely legal. There's no like symbol chaining that we've heard of. There's no weird mechanics with it. It's just a legal, and that seems very dope, right?
Yeah, it definitely gives you more when you're deck building. All of the symbols have an identity, right? So like different symbols will do different things. So you'll notice like you go hard into your air symbol, you're doing a lot of air things. You lose access to all the cool like void things you would happen to
Yeah,
get.
100%.
Uh,
Like it lets your aggro deck go maybe like a little bit more defensive because you have
mhm.
the void symbol or something, right?
Yeah. So it's definitely going to open up deck building to in a much more broad fashion.
100%. They've
Um,
already revealed a card. Again, we're going to get into that. But we've already seen cards that answer these things, right? Think about like throw hate, what you're missing there. Complete resets, right? There's so many symbols that don't have like a great one that
mhm.
now this mechanic can and most likely will fix.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, that's the article there. Not too much to that, all in all. I'm sure there's a lot more to this mechanic that we haven't seen yet, but they will get to that in the coming weeks. We're just now getting into the reveal season. But let's rip right into these 18 cards here, guys. First up, we have Makeshift Maneuver. Everybody remembers this scene. It's when Aaron deploys his little decoy titan to try to save the allies. And this guy is honestly pretty themed, right? This is
Yeah.
a 2-diff attack, 0 high for 3, +2 high block. And it just says response, remove. After you discard this card during the combat phase, your next attack gets -1 difficulty. So obviously we're only going to be proccing this if we have good ways to discard cards. This is on the fire. This is a fire attuned card. The symbol on the left, remember, that's not the death symbol. That is
Yeah.
the Attack on Titan set symbol. I've seen a lot of confusion there. But yeah, so this is a fire attuned card. So any deck with fire just automatically gets this card. There's already numerous characters that can proc this ability in a pretty impressive way. And I'm sure, obviously, in the set, as we get to character reveals, there will be more. What do we got next, Edgar?
Next up, we're going to have a 5-diff called Levi's Overhead Strike. Uh, Finally, like a lot of people were, worried that you weren't going to see any Levi in this set. We have him right here. This
Absolutely.
is a 5 low for 5. It's got a static on it. If your rival has lost health this turn, this attack gets -1 difficulty. And then it's got a response. After this attack deals damage, clear one other attack from your card pool. It is a air-attuned card, very air-themed.
Yeah, 100%. This guy's like a 4-diff always, right? We're never wanting to play this on a 5.
Mm-hmm.
So well statted for a 5-diff. 5 low for 5 is absolutely insane. Something you guys are going to see common here. Every one of these attacks answers itself in the block zone. I'm not sure if that's going to be like thing that this whole set offers, but you're mostly going to see high blocks with high attacks, low blocks with low attacks. That's pretty interesting. But let's rip right into the next one. We have a 6-diff. This is I promise you this will be my favorite card from this set. I've already found it. 6-diff, 2 mid block, 0 mid for 9 horse toss, and the only text on this card is throw.
No, it's got Titan keyword.
Play with some other cards that we've seen that we have yet to show you guys. But yeah, this card's absolutely insane being on the life attunement that it is.
Yeah.
I've been talking nothing but this entire format about how I'm not sure life decks kill people. UVS Games heard me and they were like, here's a 9 damage base throw. We have carbo loading on this symbol, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's definitely finally a way for life symbols to crack through that damage barrier that they've been having a hard time with.
Please give us an alt art. Break your normal ratios. Please make this common and alt. Please, please.
Next up, we have a 5-diff called Fight for Survival. It's a 4 low for 5 with a +3 low block. It's got Breaker 1 on it, Fury, and it says response after this attack deals damage. It does not count towards progressive difficulty for the rest of this turn. Again, with the life attunement symbol.
Yeah, very, very neat card, right? We're only seeing responses on these cards. Keep in mind, this is only 18 cards, right?
Yeah.
We've only seen 18 cards. I do not believe that this states that, oh my god, there's no more enhances on attacks anymore. I think that's pretty crazy thought to have when we've seen such a small sample size in this set.
Yeah, it's going to be a very large set.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these are just,
Yeah, what are we at? 297 cards plus 6 SRs?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely crazy amount of cards. There's no way that this is the normal. But these responses are super powerful, especially when you just add Breaker to them as well.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Next up, we've got a 3-diff. The Attack Titan emerges. This guy is pretty crazy. 1 low block, 2 low for 3, charge slam, and it says response, sacrifice 1 foundation. Sacrifice is a new shorthand for destroy 1 foundation, and it does count as destroy 1 foundation for other card effects. Keep that in mind. After you play this card, build 1 foundation from your discard pile with difficulty less than the sacrifice card's difficulty. What an absolute powerhouse of a card. This is like probably one of the best pokes like in the game now. I'm going to poke you for a 2 low for 3 and trade out a foundation for like one that I need more.
Mm-hmm.
That is so sick. Very, very themed.
Yeah. And again, like, so a lot, the card art on this, guys, we wanted to explain this card art comes from the manga.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only does it come from the manga, but it comes from the original chapters, right?
Yeah.
You have to understand, the artist, the guy that designed Attack on Titan, obviously got better with his craft the later on the manga went. This is from chapter 1, guys.
Yeah.
And it's so impressive how good it does look. This card is so cool. Colorizing this, I cannot imagine how difficult that must have been. Not only the actual process, but getting it approved by the various amounts of people that had to see it and approve it.
Yeah.
And you also notice these cards are themed to the symbol that they're backing. The life cards are backed with green. That's so sick. Like, how cool that we got a little chunk of Universus in the direct card art. I'm stunned by the art personally.
Yeah. Next up, we've got another 6-diff. Painful Experiment. This is a +2 low block. It's a 5 low for 6. It's got Powerful 2 on it, and its text is response after this attack deals damage, choose 1 backup or 1 shift attack in your discard pile with a difficulty of X or less and add it to your hand. X equals the damage dealt. This is on the life attunement symbol.
Again, you see that like green background and that's sick.
Yeah.
We have no idea. None of the cards that we're going to show you guys mention, well, they mention it, but none of them show what shift or backup is. Our best educated guesses is I'm guessing, we're both guessing that backup is like a Planeswalker-esque card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that it's a guy that you put out into your staging area that can like take damage for you and like probably has some like pretty powerful buffs and might be like, some sort of like unique card. And shift is like pretty obviously when we're shifting into a Titan, right?
Yeah.
Like that we're We've all seen the anime. We've all read the manga. That's exactly what happened. So I'm imagining that that's the case.
Yeah.
Next up, we got another 4-diff. We have Waylay. This guy is a 1 low block, 4 low for 4. And all of you mhaccg players out there can just rest in pieces. Response: after you play this card, your rival removes cards in their momentum face down. They return those cards to their momentum at the end of the combat phase. mhaccg players in shambles. You're done. It's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any order deck you're facing or character that has the order symbol, absolutely going to wreck you. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
UVS Games heard us out. Real momentum hate, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this is a very, very playable card right out of the gate in just a rare slot. Like, so cool to see such a powerful card.
Yeah.
And again, goes to show that just having responses on attacks is okay, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is a way more powerful ability than any of our enhances have been.
Yeah, and remember, it says remove them face down.
Yeah.
So they go back face down.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So absolutely crazy card here. One of the first cards that I personally saw get revealed, and yeah, so excited about it. What do we got next?
Next up, we have a 4-diff called Open Wide. This is a +1 high block, 4 high for 3. It's a charge, and it says response: after this attack deals damage, gain health equal to the damage dealt on the life symbol. Pretty crazy. That is quite possibly going to be a lot of life gain off of a 4-diff attack.
This card's a problem, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely stoked to have it. Recovery Girl, though? Recovery Girl carbo loading this and then making it a throw?
Yeah.
I cannot imagine the game state that that's going to cause. Absolutely devastating. But again, just another super powerful attack and in the common slot. Right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no more, like, draft chafe in these 18 cards, which is so, so cool. And so thematic to every character on them. Very excited about these attacks. What do we got next? Up next, we're getting into the foundations. We got a 3-diff, 2 mid-block, same old field rations, and we have a response. It's once per turn and tenacious. After you gain health, ready this foundation. If your rival has 10 or more foundations, ready 1 foundation. Absolutely insane, right?
Yeah.
Exactly the power level that a 3-diff should be. This thing's tenacious. It doesn't flip itself, which is crazy.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of 3-diffs in the format recently that flip or destroy themselves for their powerful ability. This thing is ready 1, late game ready 2. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. Pretty good stuff. Next up, we have a 2-diff foundation called Trying to Reach Aaron. It's a +3 low block. It has first form. Look at the top card of your deck. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
And then enhance, and you'll notice on this one, we have a new symbol, guys. Instead of cards saying commit, we have a commit symbol.
Absolutely.
I believe this is going to be pretty universal across all the cards now.
Seems like it.
Pretty easy stuff. Like, I don't want our game to get to the point of certain games that are just hieroglyphics, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But-
We don't want only symbols on our cards, but relieving the text on them is a good thing.
Yeah. But it says enhance commit, name a card type, reveal the top card of your deck. If the revealed card matches the named card type, add it to your hand. So, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it like does itself, right? Like it just buys into its own ability, which is like very, very cool.
Yeah, well, not really. So it's a first form, right? And then an enhance. So you have to.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So you have to
Yeah.
like really do a thing first.
Yeah, but it gives you that knowledge and then gives you the opportunity to gamble. It's cool that it has 2
different abilities. Yeah, absolutely.
And worst case scenario, you're wrong. You name attack. This is just
Destined for mainstream
Destined
success.
for mainstream. As a
Yeah,
matter of fact,
exactly.
it's on the order symbol. So not.
And it's like a commit cost, which is like better, honestly, better and worse, questionably.
Yeah. Checks a 4, so like
very, very cool that it's just repeatable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we've got our first 1-diff here, our spam, +3 low block, also checks a 4. This is my chance. Enhance flip. If this is the only attack in your card pool, it gets +2 speed. If it is completely blocked, you may clear it from your card pool, and it has the air attunement symbol. Absolutely insane for the air symbol, right?
Yeah.
Like,
It really feels like with some of these cards, they're going back to their roots of how symbol identity was,
Yeah,
you know.
100%. Like you can really feel the symbol identity in all of these cards.
Yeah.
Maybe not horse toss, but
You know, life and death are two sides of the same coin. We got another. Next up, we got another one diff here with a +2 high block called Pilfered Provisions. Everyone loves this scene when I believe her name is Sasha sneaks in the meat. Um, it checks the 5. It says response: after you discard this card during the combat phase, gain 1 health and look at the top card of your deck. Pretty simple stuff. It's on the life attunement symbol, and very much life themed. You know,
yeah, for
you
sure. A
get
lot of
rid of it, you
characters like
gain some life.
proccing this ability. A lot of
Hmm.
just like foundations and attacks proccing this ability. So yeah, very cool way to just gain more life across the turn
Yeah.
cycle. Next up, we've got a 3 diff, +2 mid block, meeting Hanj, checks a 5 this time. We're in. Enhanced flip, discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards. Then, if you discarded a backup or Titan card this way, draw 1 card. So this is like latent skill plus, right?
Yeah.
Like we're filtering the same amount of cards out of our hand, and then maybe +1, which is a really really good rate for this
Yeah.
foundation.
It's latent skill without the, fear of being hand canceled by
Yeah,
Nullify or
yeah,
something, right?
absolutely. Thank God the flip is the cost, right?
Yeah. Next up, we have a 2 diff with a +2 high block called Death Rattle. I love the artwork on this one, just all the malformed titans.
Absolutely, with like some of the scouts on the rooftop. Such a sick like scene in the manga. Very, very happy with this
Yeah.
art.
So it's got response: after your backup is destroyed, your rival loses 1 health. So if your scout or whatever the backups end up being is knocked out, they have a death rattle. And then deadlock form commit: destroy 1 non-unique rival foundation. This is pretty crazy.
Yeah, what an insane deadlock threat. And once again, repeatable, right?
Yeah,
I love all these repeatable effects. I'm so glad I didn't just name 9 flip targets, right?
yeah,
Like so cool. What an insane threat on both sides of the coin there. Next up, we got another 2 diff for you guys. 2 mid block, last second dodge. Again, we all know this scene so well. Enhanced flip. This attack gets -2 speed and loses throw. Got the fire attunement symbol. Absolutely insane card, right?
yeah,
Loses throw. Such good sideboard tech. If we need -2 speed and we think throws are going to be rampant, you can even mainboard some of these. And exactly where I want to see attunement cards be the most
yeah,
effective, right? Defense that not every symbol has. I'm playing Rodon on the Void symbol right now. I've got like the worst throw hate most of the time, outside of like the ones that just like yeet the cards out of the card pool,
hmm
and would be so sick to have an effect like this.
yeah. Next up, we have an asset, guys. This is a 2 diff with a +1 mid block called Vertical Maneuvering Equipment. This is okay. So it says enhance spin 1 momentum. This attack gets +3 or -3 speed. You may change its zone. That's pretty huge for 1 momentum. That's an EX3 with a zone
Absolutely.
change. And then it's also got enhanced commit. This attack gets +2 damage. If it deals damage to a backup, ready this asset. So this is kind of where we kind of get the idea that backups are going to be like a body that you can put out there to take a hit for you. Um, Pretty nuts.
Yeah, this is like probably like my personal most like powerhouse card in out of the 18, right?
Hmm.
This is such a powerful effect, especially when you realize that it has the infinity symbol.
Yeah,
Literally every deck is going to be able to and probably should just jam one of this card into their list.
yeah,
This card is absolutely insane. Like Edgar said, it's just EX3, right? Like you just use this instead of your EX bonus
yeah.
because you also get to swap the zone of the attack.
Exactly, exactly.
Next up, we've got our first action. Another powerhouse of a card. I love this art. I love this card. It's a 3 diff, 2 mid block, chomp. This thing has Breaker 2, as well as Form, destroy one rival foundation with difficulty 2 or less. After this card leaves your card pool, remove it. The destruction effects are just already so crazy just in
Hmm.
these first random 18 cards. Form, destroy one rival foundation is such a good move.
Uh, And I believe this is the last one. Last but not least, we have another action. This one's a 0 diff with a +1 mid block. Seething Anger. We got a static on this one that says, this card does not count towards progressive difficulty to play attacks. It says form, mill 2, draw 1 card. And it checks a 5, so like throwing it in your deck, simple. This is great. For anyone running the fire symbol, this just gives you 1 extra card. This turns you into, for this turn, +1 hand size, basically, with no drawback.
Yeah, 100%. Like, especially like when you consider, like, if you're Endeavor 3, right?
Yeah.
This not only drew you a card, but it also milled 2 off the top of your deck.
Yeah.
What an absolutely insane effect on a 0 diff action that doesn't count towards progressive difficulty. Absolutely crazy. That's like probably my biggest takeaway from these 18 cards is the actions and assets feel so powerful for the first time in like quite a while. We've seen like really defensive foundation actions and assets recently in these last few sets. I'm glad to see some powerful offensive ones as well. Let us know in the comments what you guys think of these 18 cards and what you guys think of the game going to attuned symbols. Again, these 18 cards, we take it with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah.
Please wait for the rest of the set to be revealed. I haven't seen anything. We weren't at this super secret summit meeting that was hosted. I wasn't even sent these 18 cards. I just ripped them from the videos that went live early. But yeah, even we are waiting, holding our actual opinions, but my gut, just like baseline opinion, is these cards are sick.
Yeah.
This set looks so dope. I don't really care what the attuned symbols end up doing with the game. Right now I think it's like a lateral move, if anything, right?
Yeah.
If we don't lose out on anything, we're either gaining or just going sideways with this, and I'm fine with either.
Yeah, and kind of what it feels like to me, like we said, we weren't at the meeting, but a lot of these attunement cards they're really powerful. So
Yeah.
my guess is that like attunement cards because they are restricted to a single symbol, even though you can throw them in any deck, because they're restricted to a single symbol, they're allowed to be a little more potent.
Yeah,
so they
100%.
don't cross and like mess up other symbols. You know?
Absolutely, and it'll like help to like fix staple cards in the set, you know? One of my team members mentioned, like, imagine if Battle Aura release had been an attunement symbol rather than, like, the regular card that it is, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it would be a lot more accessible, like it changes a lot in the format, and again, only in a way that I think it either improves it or just, like, goes sideways. And I think you should be okay with either of those things happening.
Yeah.
Keep on the lookout. We're going to be releasing more videos. We had a couple lined up, but this one had to come first. We need to get these out to the community. All of these posts got deleted, but not ours. I didn't sign no NDAs.
Yeah. As you can see, information currently available for public disclosure, right?
But yeah, guys, please let us know in the comments what you guys think about this set and what you think about the new mechanic. We also just hit over 300 subscribers. Thank you guys so much from everybody at Undefeated at Locals. We absolutely love you guys, and we're going to be bringing you the content left and right in the coming weeks.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Peace.